Hi, and welcome to Sage Intacct's Multi-Entity Consolidations Overview for Financial Services Firms. My name is Kelly Gagne, and I will be leading the demo today. During the demonstration, we will be covering the following topics: gaining insight into your multiple entities with real-time consolidations, automating your daily transaction posting across entities, including intercompany transactions, and finally, streamlining your financial services firm's growth by automating the addition of new entities and demonstrating the added capabilities as your business goes global. Let's see how Sage Intacct can help your multi-entity needs now in the demo. Sage Intacct will streamline the consolidation process for multi-entity companies by giving an always consolidated view across all entities in real time. A great representation of this consolidation is displayed here in my profit and loss summary report. This is showing the real-time consolidation of all entities, as well as a side-by-side comparison view of each entity. Many financial services companies have the need to consolidate on a multiple level basis, which Sage Intacct will also automate. We can see this displayed here as we use our entity filter to populate our investment entities consolidation grouping. When I choose this option, the entire dashboard will now filter down to only show the transactions that were tagged to the entities included in my investment entities consolidation. This is further represented again at our profit and loss summary report, where we can now only see the consolidation for Falcon Ridge Capital and RPP alternatives. With Sage Intacct, you will now have automatically created real-time consolidations with an unlimited amount of consolidation groupings. This information will allow you, as a strategic user in the system, to recognize trends in the data faster for better decision making. Sage Intacct facilitates this real-time consolidation with our top-level view. Our multi-entity structure and top-level view will give your financial users the power to access all entities at once, as well as the automated consolidations that we've just seen. Using the top level, we have the ability to transact across all of our entities. We have this ability because we are logged in to all entities at once with Sage Intacct's multi-entity shared environment. Let's take a look at how we can split information across multiple entities in any transaction with Sage Intacct. In this example, we are looking at a bill that was entered in the top level and then split across multiple entities. This means I have just entered a bill across 4 entities in one entry. Now, instead of having to enter in 4 different bills for 4 different entities, we have the ability to automate and gain insight into multiple entities at once on any transaction within Sage Intacct. When you are transacting across multiple entities, Sage Intacct will also automate your intercompany transactions by posting them for you when needed. We will now see how Sage Intacct will automatically post these entries in a live journal entry example. This entry is common amongst financial services firms, where services are regularly performed on behalf of other entities by one entity. In this case, Falcon Ridge Capital needs to record intercompany revenue for the services performed for other entities. The services performed were professional services fees, and these are recognized as expenses for the entities that need to be charged, as we can see here. At this point, only half of the full entry has been made. In order to recognize the money owed to Falcon Ridge Capital for the services performed on behalf of other entities, inter-entity accounts must be recognized, which when I saved this journal entry, Sage Intacct automated the posting of the inter-entity accounts as shown here. With Sage Intacct automating the posting of your inter-entity entries, you will never have to worry again about intercompany being out of balance between any of your entities. We have just recognized how Sage Intacct can automate your multi-entity consolidations and streamline your multi-entity transactions and intercompany postings. Let's further explore how Sage Intacct will simplify the addition of new entities for your rapidly growing financial services firm. When your company is growing, a financial software that supports your new entity additions with ease and agility is crucial. We can see just how easy it is to add a new entity in Sage Intacct here. Simply give the entity an ID and title, and then save. Our property management entity is active and ready for transactions to be entered immediately. With the ability to add new entities with ease, Sage Intacct will enable you to refocus efforts when growing the company from tedious clerical work to more strategic growth-focused initiatives. For example, as a growing financial services firm, one of your next ventures for your company may be international growth. Let's take a look at how Sage Intacct will help streamline going global. Not only will you be able to transact in multiple currencies, but also report and consolidate in multiple base currencies while automating the currency translation adjustments, the recognition for gain or loss, and all elimination journal entries. Let's take a look at this profit and loss statement, broke out across multiple countries in the US dollar. Without the right financial system, looking across global performance is impossible without hours of legwork like translation adjustments and eliminations due to multiple base currencies. Sage Intacct will do all of this work for you to create reports like this. Here we can see how multiple countries with different base currencies like the Canadian dollar, euro, and Great British pound were converted using the ending spot rate and weighted average rate, which is recorded again by Sage Intacct. Going down further into this report, I can see a more detailed level of information about the consolidation that happened. From the currency that was originally used, which in this case was the Canadian dollar, to the transaction amount in the original currency, and then the translation for US dollars in our credit. Sage Intacct will not only automatically create the currency translations for you, but also your elimination entries. This balance sheet shows our consolidated balance with an eliminations column here. All consolidation and elimination entries are booked based on rules and definitions determined by you and the system for each consolidation. This flexibility will allow you to have as many consolidation variations as needed, while also being able to redefine them when you add new entities across the globe. As we scroll down into our dashboard, we can see an example of a different consolidation, consolidating only our EMEA entities, Ireland and the UK, into the Great British Pound. With Sage Intacct performing all of the consolidation work for you, you will now be able to view your global consolidations in real time, enabling you to focus on the growth initiatives for your financial services firm to expand around the world. In this demonstration, we've covered multi-entity consolidations, focusing on gaining insight into your multiple entities with real-time consolidations, automating your daily transaction posting across entities, including intercompany transactions, and finally, streamlining your financial services firm's growth by automating the addition of new entities and demonstrating the added capabilities as your business goes global. Thank you for joining the demo today. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about multi-entity consolidations, please reach out to your account executive.